Hello, Pi Pioneers. Welcome back to the Fortune TV Show YouTube channel, your one-stop guide to everything happening with the Pi Network. I'm Alois, and today we're about to dig into some fascinating and important updates on Pi Network, analyzing what's really going on and why it matters for you as a pioneer. Here's the big question on everyone's mind. Why did the second Pi Fest see a drop in engagement compared to the first? Could it be that pioneers are holding onto their Pi until mainnet launch? Or are merchants getting frustrated with the limitations of an unconvertible currency? We're diving into these topics and more, so stay tuned. By the end of this video, you'll have a clearer picture of where Pi Network is headed, the realistic timeline for its mainnet launch, and what all of this could mean for you as a pioneer. Let's get started. Before we dive deeper, can I ask a quick favor? If you're finding this video insightful and you want more pioneers to understand the real potential of Pi, hit that like button. This simple action helps YouTube recommend it to more members of the Pi community, educating and bringing us all one step closer to Pi's success. And while you're at it, make sure to subscribe so you never miss our latest updates on Pi and other financial opportunities. Don't forget to share your thoughts in the comments. We want to hear your price predictions too. And if you know other pioneers who would benefit from this, share the video with them. Together, we can help Pi Network reach new heights. So what caused the drop in engagement at the second Pi Fest compared to the first one? Well, let's dive into the unexpected decrease in participation at the second Pi Fest. Was it due to skepticism, external market conditions, or internal Pi Network developments? Let's explore the possible reasons behind this shift. The second Pi Fest event wrapped up recently, and while it was a success in many ways, the level of participation this year wasn't quite what we saw with the first Pi Fest. Last year's event was electric, with pioneers eagerly trading goods and services in exchange for Pi, showcasing Pi's potential as a currency in the real world. But this time, there was a noticeable dip in engagement. So what changed? One reason might be the anticipation of the mainnet launch. Many pioneers are holding on tightly to their Pi, expecting the mainnet launch to bring a real market value for Pi, possibly as soon as December. Think about it. If you knew that the currency you hold might be officially valued soon, would you want to spend it now? This cautious approach isn't unique to Pi Network. It's something we see in almost every cryptocurrency community where people wait for launches or announcements before making moves. But there's another factor at play: merchant frustrations. Many businesses participating in Pi Fest have been parting with actual goods and services, only to receive a currency that, for now, is limited in what it can buy them back. They can't yet restock or pay their own suppliers in Pi, so it's understandable if some are feeling a bit burned out by these early-stage limitations. Real-world application is essential, but until Pi achieves full convertibility, this issue may keep coming up. And here's another thought-provoking question. Could the lower engagement be a signal of something deeper, possibly a scarcity of Pi within the network? Not all pioneers have migrated their Pi due to ongoing KYC verification issues, so those who do have Pi in their wallets might be holding it tightly. If fewer people have access to their Pi, this could be another factor behind the slower participation rate. What do Pi Fest's challenges reveal about Pi Network's utility model and real-world application? The struggles faced by merchants and pioneers during Pi Fest raise important questions about Pi's long-term utility and adoption. Is Pi truly ready to function as a currency? Or is there more work to be done before it becomes widely used? We'll break down what this means for Pi's future. Let's take a step back and look at what the Pi Fest outcomes reveal about Pi Network's journey to becoming a fully functional currency. While Pi has shown its potential in smaller-scale events, these festivals also expose the network's growing pains and the areas that need refinement. To become a reliable, everyday currency, Pi Network needs a stable, scalable infrastructure that can support regular transactions among millions of users. And here's where things get technical. Could the limitations seen at Pi Fest hint at some back-end challenges that need solving before Pi can launch the open mainnet? These challenges aren't necessarily setbacks. They're part of the process of testing Pi's utility in real-world applications. Every event like Pi Fest acts as a live experiment, allowing the core team to gather data on what works and what doesn't. It's all part of building a decentralized currency from the ground up, something that no one has ever done on this scale before. The core team understands these hurdles, and they're actively addressing them. But this brings us to a crucial point. The Pi network's utility model won't thrive until the mainnet is live and Pi can circulate freely within a true, functioning economy. These technical developments and the lessons from PiFest remind us that while we're getting closer, there's still work to do. Now talking about mainnet launch. Is the December 2024 mainnet launch feasible? Or are we looking at a March 2025 reality? With deadlines looming, the question of Pi Network's mainnet launch date is on everyone's mind. But can the project realistically hit the December target? Or should we expect delays until March 2025? Let's analyze the technical and logistical challenges that could determine the timeline. So, when can we expect the open mainnet? A lot of pioneers are hopeful about a December launch, but we have to consider the scale and technical requirements of such a major rollout. The core team has set a KYC deadline for November 30th, 2024, and a final migration deadline for December 31st, 2024. While these dates are promising, the core team, including Dr. Nicholas Kokkeles, has spoken about the need to establish a robust ecosystem before the mainnet launch. Given the complexity of finalizing KYC verification, streamlining migrations, and testing Pi's technical infrastructure, we may realistically be looking at a mainnet launch in early 2025. Let's explore why March 14, 2025 could be an ideal target. Pi Day, celebrated on March 14th, would be a symbolic date to go live with the open mainnet and would give the team an extra few months to refine Pi's infrastructure. And if not Pi Day, then perhaps Pi 2 Day on June 28th, a day that reflects Pi Squared. Launching on one of these dates would not only create a memorable debut, but also allow for a more secure, scalable, and community-driven launch. And this brings us to another question. Is it better to launch quickly or to take the extra time needed for Pi to succeed long-term? While waiting might be frustrating, a rushed launch could lead to technical issues that would set the network back. So taking the time to build a solid foundation is crucial. Now, how can pioneers protect themselves from scams and stay engaged until Pi's mainnet goes live? Scams and uncertainty have always been part of the crypto landscape, but with Pi Network's future at a crossroads, how can pioneers safeguard their investments and continue to support the project? In this section, we'll discuss key strategies for staying safe and informed as we await the mainnet launch. The longer Pi Network takes to launch, the more vulnerable pioneers may feel about potential scams or misinformation. And it's true, there's been a rise in scams targeting pioneers, from phishing attempts to fake apps and websites claiming to offer real Pi exchanges. But here's how you can stay safe. First and foremost, secure your wallet. Remember, your Pi wallet's passphrase is your key. Do not share it with anyone. Only complete KYC verification through the official Pi app, and beware of any third-party services that promise quick and easy ways to trade or sell Pi. Until Pi is live on the open mainnet, any promises of buying or trading Pi should be treated with extreme caution. It's also a good idea to stay active. Continue mining every day to keep connected to the network and to accumulate Pi as you wait for the mainnet. The core team has advised pioneers to keep mining, and doing so helps you stay engaged and aware of any important updates. A final thought-provoking question for you. What does it mean to be an early pioneer on a network like Pi? Remember, this isn't just about holding a digital currency. It's about being part of a movement to create a global, decentralized economy. So, to sum up, Pi Network is making serious progress, but we still have a bit of a journey ahead. The second PiFest showed us both the potential and the challenges facing Pi as it moves toward becoming a fully functioning currency. While pioneers may be holding onto their Pi for the big launch and merchants are seeking more flexibility, the lessons learned from events like PiFest are essential for the network's growth. Looking ahead, the most realistic timeframe for Pi's open mainnet launch seems to be early 2025, with key dates like Pi Day and Pi 2 Day as potential targets. Until then, stay vigilant, keep mining, and remember to protect your Pi by following the safety guidelines we discussed. Thank you for joining me today. If you found this video helpful, please hit that like button, leave a comment with your thoughts on when you think Pi's mainnet will go live, and don't forget to subscribe for more updates. As always, I'll be here to keep you informed every step of the way. Stay safe, pioneers, and see you in the next video.